Car Chronicles Part 2. Let's do this video. So the reason why I even started the last video was to talk about something that was a really big reason why I plan on maybe writing a book one day, is the fact that once you start paying attention and growing personally with personal growth, it's a really weird phenomenon. Once you start really paying attention to it, which you could say I'm doing personal growth and I'm reading books, but if your mind isn't ready to learn, you're not going to experience this phenomenon. But it's similar to breathing, right? Controlling your breath to control your life. Jay Shetty said that, and he was quoting a monk when he said that. I don't know who it was, but if you control your breath, you control your life. Try controlling your breath. You're going to realize a lot of the time your head is just clogged up because you're not being, your body isn't, I don't know what the word, hydrated with oxygen. Your body doesn't have oxygen in it. Your brain does not have enough oxygen to think properly, but you don't realize that until you start experiencing what it's like to have those deep breaths and to be breathing properly, right? Similar to being hydrated. That is one of my biggest things that I recommend, and it's helped me, is you got to hydrate. You got to hydrate a lot, and you got to hyperhydrate, I think, throughout the day, because not a lot of people like sipping on water. And if you're gonna rely on sipping on water all day to hydrate you, I think you're gonna fail. I don't really enjoy the taste of water. I enjoy the feeling water gives me when I chug the whole glass, and I do that all the time. I mostly chug water. I'll take a sip here and there, but I mostly go ahead and chug a whole glass of water to rehydrate my brain. I do that in the morning because your brain is a lot of water, and the reason why you feel foggy a lot of the times when you wake up is because you're not properly hydrated, or you don't have enough oxygen in your brain. But hydrated when you wake up. So brush your teeth, get all those germs out of your mouth, and then drink at least 24 ounces of water. You know, I usually do probably close more to 32 to 40 ounces when I wake up, and I just chug that. And it's not fun sometimes when you wake up. Sometimes you're like, sometimes it feels weird in the brain, but that's because you're hydrating the brain. Your brain doesn't want it because, you know, it's like pouring water on a dry sponge. It's not really going to soak up. Obviously, you got to really soak it. If you just pour a whole bunch of water on a dry sponge, a lot of it's just going to wick off. It's kind of how I feel like your brain is. Your brain is like, it's too much water. But your brain needs it. So stuff like that, like where you realize, and then when you're not hydrated, it really affects me now. But it's because it was always affecting me before, but now I'm just more aware to the fact. So it's a really cool phenomenon when you start doing personal growth and, you know, eating better or whatever, just improving your life in an aspect. If you revert back to your old ways, it really affects you worse. And it's not because it affects you worse, it's because you're more aware to it. It affects you the same. You're more aware to it. So that's kind of cool. But it's painful sometimes. Because, you know, sometimes I'm not around water, and then I'm like, my brain is all fogged out. Similar to that kind of stuff. But it's necessary to living a good life. So there it is. Part 2, Car Chronicles. Talk to you guys in the next one.